Before we jump into today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Many Realms. If you're looking for Magic the Gathering and Magic the Gathering related supplies, be sure to check out ManyRealms.com. I'll post a link to their website in the video description, so be sure to go check them out. What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we have a good one. Today we have a good old-fashioned Ultimate Masters Highlander battle. What is a Highlander battle, you ask? Well, normally when we do our battles, we have both a high and a low winner, but in a Highlander battle, there can be only one winner because the winner will get the box topper out of Ultimate Masters to go with their other spoils. So how this thing is going to work, we have 4 participants. Excuse me. Each one of them is going to get 6 packs. Uh-oh, nice, getting a little dull. Each one of them is going to get 6 packs. We're going to open those packs in rounds of 3, adding up the mana values for all the rares and all the mythics. And as I just mentioned, at the end of this thing, the person with the highest total mana value will get the box topper to go with their other spoils. I will set that off to the side here. Ultimate Masters, kind of one of my favorite sets to open. Like, you know, I've said this a bunch of times, but like I have really come to appreciate like the, let's say, old school Magic products. I mean, of course, the box topper is kind of like the advent of the variant era that we have now, but still the product itself, you get, you know, foil rares are special. You get usually about 1 foil rare, sometimes 2 per box. Mythics tend to be foil. Mythics tend to be case hits, which means like 1 out of every 4 boxes. And it's just 1 rare or mythic per box, and you usually are getting between 2 and 4 mythics. So very old school feel. And I've come to appreciate it. Not like a ton of different artworks or variants, like just one style. So, all right, we got 6 for Daniel B. We got 6 for Fop. 6 for Jiggly, and last but not least, 6 for Michael C. Good luck, everyone. Let's have some fun. All right, so we're going to go 3, 2, 1. I should probably, I don't know if I talked about tiebreaker. So in the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value Mythic as the first tiebreaker, the highest mana value Rare as the second tiebreaker, and if we need a third tiebreaker, we will go down the line until we have a tie, no more, because as I mentioned already, there can be only one winner. All right, we'll go 3, 2, and 1. Ultimate Masters, very low mana value set. We have seen winners in these battles like with barely 20 mana value combined in their 6 packs. So things can get very, very tight. Here we go. Although there are spaghetti monsters in this set, which are like the great equalizer, right? Start with a foil rare out the gate. Oh my god! Well, that's one way to start a battle. Oh, that is a foil Ancient Tomb. Daniel, it will not help your quest for the high. I don't think it matters to you. That is such an amazing hit. Even after the soft reprint and Edge of Eternities, I think this thing's still running like 125 for the foil copy, like 95 for the regular copy. That is so boss. No. Wow. I actually thought for a moment, I was like, if this is double Ancient Tomb, I'm going to lose my mind. You know what? Urborg is also a really good place to be. That's an insane pack. You get no mana value for your efforts, but it doesn't matter. You, my friend, have 1 life already. All right. Let me sleeve up this foil Ancient Tomb. Yep. And I'm going to sleeve up this Urborg. So one of the things I also really appreciate about what I've gotten to this point at some point, but yeah, we can just go ahead and address it now. The top values in this set, like 4 out of the top 5, are actually rares. Ancient Tomb is a rare. Urborg is a rare. This is a $50 rare. This is a normally $95 rare, but let's call it $125 for the foil version. And then you've also got Phyrexian Altar, which is $60, and Demonic Tutor, which is also $50 plus. So you've got 4 $50+ rares in the set, one of them being 60 and one of them being almost 100. Love to see it. You still get a 0 though, but again, I don't think that matters. Okay. Should we open a pack 2, or should we just call this good, or what are we doing here? All right, I guess we'll open a pack 2. I guess we should probably just do the rest of the battle. Wow, insane. Foil Ancient Tomb, which means we're still live for possibly a regular one in the box. Wouldn't that be disgustingly good? Okay, here we go. Foil uncommon this time, Rogue's Passage. It's actually probably a few bucks as well. Next up, Fulminator Mage, an oldie but a goodie. That's 3. A little E-Witness, sure. I cannot believe we windmill slammed a foil Ancient Tomb into an Urborg. That's so crazy. All right. Your third pack. Yeah. All right. Is a Wall of Reverence. That is a 4 for mana value. Okay, well, so that is going to give us a total of 7 mana value. And why don't we just go ahead and keep that foil Ancient Tomb on top, right? Seems good. Okay. Fop, you for 3. What an insane way. All right, insane start to the battle. Last gasp. Rare is, oh, Thespian Stage. Anytime I see the land there now, I saw the border. This is a Thespian Stage. That is a 0. Some pretty good commons and uncommons in here as well. And I think Kodama's Reach might be like the top common. There's a few uncommons. All right. As I mentioned, though, for me, one of the things I enjoy about UMA is that the rares really bring it, and that really helps because you're only getting 2 to 4 mythics per box. So you're going to have a lot of variance there. There's a few good ones. There's a few really bad ones. But when you start off with really good rares at the top, that certainly helps your chances. Glen Elendra Archmage, also not a bad little rare. I think that's like 8 to 10 now. Dawn Charm, actually pretty good uncommon as well. Young Peasy, sure. All right, Archmage is 4 mana value. We haven't even hit our first mythic yet. All right. Foil common, Kodama's Reach, sweet. Rare, about a $60 Phyrexian Altar. Okay, it's a 3 for mana value. Mistveiled Plains, Mystic Retrieval. Great Googly Moogly. All right, we'll sleeve up the altar. And oddly enough, that also gives you a 7 for mana value. All right. Box is already rocking. We've already hit 3 of the top 5 value cards in the set between Altar, Urborg, and Tomb. And the Tomb was foil, so again, kind of still alive, maybe for the regular. Jiggly, we go to you. Another foil rare. That seems good. Oh my gosh, Dig Through Time. That is a massive mana value in this product. That is an 8. Sure. Followed by a Lava Claw, Reaches Around. Not so much. But the Dig Through Time is going to do a lot of work in this battle. 8 mana value. Second foil rare. Not common in this product. Not common at all to get 2 foil rares. Not unheard of, but definitely not an every box occurrence. Far from it. All right, Opal Snout. Rare is Gamble. Gamble's up to like $10 again. Like 10, $11 for a Gamble. That is a 1 for mana value. Counter Squall, Angel of Despair, Furnace, little Frantic Search action. Another Kodama's Reach. Don't hate that. All right, third pack. Yeah, sure. Whirlwind Adept. Rare is Visions of Beyond. That is a 1. I did mention that this is a very low mana value product. A little Faithless Looting in there. All right, so as predicted, Dig Through Time doing just all the work there. 8, 9, and 10 for mana value. It does, probably make it so I can read my writing. It does put you into the lead. All right, Michael. The top mana value after 3 packs right now is 10. I know that seems low, but as I mentioned, not crazy for the winner of this battle to finish with just over 20 in total. We have yet to see our first mythic of note. All right, Golgari Charm. Rare is Stirring Wild Wood. No. Desperate Ritual. Pretty good uncommon. There's a few bucks right there. And that will do it there. We can avoid the manlands. That would be swell. No more. How about no more of those for this box? All right, Ronom Unicorn. Rare is Bridge from Below. That is a 3. Red Cap, Boar Umbra. Boar Umbra's pretty good. Little foil. Sure, that's going to do it there. All right, third pack. Can we see a mythic? Question mark? Faith's Feathers. It's a rare, and it is a, oh, Through the Breach. Hey, actually, not a bad rare there. You needed the mana value, and it's actually not a terrible card. Not super valuable at this moment in time, but that's one of those cards that tends to just bob up and down. All it takes is one deck to all of a sudden, bring it back, and it becomes a uber valuable card. But 5, 6, 7, 8, it actually keeps you in the hunt, which I think is going to be pretty important here. Okay, so after the first round, we have a 7, Jiggling the High with a 10, and Michael C with an 8. It's going to be close. Still Mythics at large. As I mentioned, usually 2 to 3 per box, like 4 on the high end. You hope to not have a 1 Mythic box, although those have been known to take place as well. Daniel B., we are back to you for 2. You who have already absolutely cleaned up. Rare is Revelark. Revelark as a 5 mana value is pretty aggressive here. Ghoul Steed, Sigil, Brawn. Hey, Brawn. Neat. Okay. Miming Slime. We have a Mythic. Oh, it's a really good one. Daniel, save some for everybody else, my friend. That is a 1 for mana value, but that is a Mana Vault, which I mentioned we had already nailed 3 of the top 5, or 3 of the top 5 mana value. Well, total value. And Mana Vault's up there. That is the #1 Mythic in the set. I think this is over $70 again. Insane. Another Dawn Charm, another Rogue's Passage, another Magma. Sure. Stuff. And for all of that, we add a total of 6 mana value to your total, bringing you to a 13. Wow. Ancient Tomb, Mana Vault, and Urborg. Sure. That's one way to do it. All right, Fop, you have a 7. You are only chasing the high by 3. This box is great. Absolutely great. Unburial Rites. Rare is Entomb. Hey, Entomb. Guess what other card is kind of climbing its way back up? I think Entomb was pushing $20 again. Fecundity, Plume Veil, Malevolent Whispers. After it took the reprint in Dominaria Remastered, you could find Entombs. They were like $30 prior to the reprint, and then you could find them in like the $5 to $6. It's taken a while, but they're pushing 20 again. Okay, here we go. Fiend Hunter. Oh, another Mythic. It is Karakas. You know what? I don't pull Karakas very often. So, neat card. Unfortunately, not Commander legal, or I guess probably fortunately not Commander legal, depending on how you want to look at it. But that is another Mythic, and it is a 0 mana value, though. So we did finally find a second Mythic in the box, Lava Spike, Travel Prep, and that is going to do it there. So for all of that, you get a 1 mana value tacked on to your total, bringing you to an 8. This is not over, though. And Croc is like $12, $13. Not the worst, considering an Entomb. Okay. Jiggly. Dig Through Time. Just putting you on its back right now. Carrying the high for you. Imagine if there's like a D-Toot in this box, too, and we've hit just all 5 of the top 5 value cards in the set. Nourishing Shoal. That is a 2. Vengeful Rebirth, Hero, Golgari Thug. Sure. All right, Wickerbow Elder. Rare is, Rhea. Hello. That's a 9. That is a 9 mana value card. Rhea is a battle winner for sure. She tends to do that. Okay, well, for all of that, we tack on 9, 10, 11 to your total, bringing you to a 21 now in total. Clearly in the high. Michael, you have some work to do. I'm hopeful that we're alive for at least one more Mythic in this box now that we've uncovered the Karakas and the Mana Vault. And if it's an Eldrazi, things are going to get wild. Here we go. Eel Umbra. Rare is Tassiger, The Golden Fang. Not usually what you want to see with Rudy's brother, but 6 mana value doing a lot of work for you here. That's actually pretty huge. Slippery Bogle. Rise from the Tides. Rolling Tumbler. Alright, that'll do it there. Next pack. Patchwork Gnomes. Rare is Noble Hierarch. Pam is a good card. It is not the mana value you want to see right there with a 1. Spider Spawning, Hero, Rally, Cathodian, and that will do it there. So we do add 6, 7 to your total, which is going to at least probably keep you in the hunt here. Brings you to a 15 in total, and I would say at least keeps you live. So heading into the final round here, Daniel B with a 13, Fop with an 8, Jiggly with a 21, and Michael with a 15. We'll call it the proverbial puncher's chance. Kind of Eldrazi or bust for Daniel or Fop as well. Here we go. And I'm pretty sure from the rest of us, the rest of the people in this battle, everyone's crying no Eldrazi for Daniel. He does not need that. Here we go. Last round. Good luck, everyone. All right. Arena Athlete. The rare is Flagstones of $1. That is a 0 for mana value. Majoring Network, Become Immense, Golgari Charm. And that will do it there. So, Daniel, you will finish with a 13, but for your efforts, I would say you're doing fine. I would say you're doing just fine. All right, Fop. Oh man, imagine if there's another Ancient Tomb in these final 3 packs. 0 mana value, but let it be. Come on. Sky Spear. Oh, it's a mythic. Oh, it is Kozilek. Spaghetti Monsters. All right, that is a 10. Oh, you were at an 8 before. Oh, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Wow. We did hit another mythic. It will not be enough. But you know what? Not a terrible consolation prize. It brings you to an 18. That will not be enough to catch Jiggly. But yeah, pretty good for you as well. What was that? So it's at least a 3 mythic box? Okay. At least a 3 mythic box. All right. Jiggly, how will you add to your lead? You have only Michael to work about at this moment in time, and Fop just took up one of the Spaghetti Monsters as mana value, which probably drew a sigh of relief from you. Rare is Golgari Grave Troll, which is a 5 for mana value. That is not small. All right, Shriek Maw, Spirit Cairn, and another Bronze, sure. So we add 5. Rhea is such a battle winner in this format. Like, 9 from the rare level. Okay, Michael, you're chasing 11. I'm pretty sure it's like Emrakul or bust. I can't remember what Ulamog is. Probably a 12, so maybe. Basically, you need a mythic, and you need it to be one of those 2. Or a foil, another foil rare. Not the foil rare. All right, Resurrection. Rare is... Oh, Ruined Halo. Rudy's X. All right. Heap Doll, War Leader's Helix, Artisan of Kozilek. And that's going to do it there. Michael, you're not even going to get a box topper out of this. You definitely had the worst of it today. Box itself was awesome. But we have a box topper. This box has been crazy good. We have not done well on our toppers recently. I'll say that. I feel like we're due. I hope we're due. Final standings. Daniel with a 13. Fop with an epic comeback, just a little short with an 18. Jiggly with a 26. And Michael with a 17. I forgot to add 2 at the end. All right, Jiggly. You have the spoils. There can be only one, and today that is you. It's nice and crisp. Be good. Be good. That's Maelstrom Pulse. Not one of our upper tier box toppers, unfortunately. The box itself was really good. Box topper was a little riding a cold streak there, but man. Ultimate Masters, man. I really enjoy opening this product. Sheesh. Okay. Well, Daniel and Fop, I think you guys kind of crushed it today. That's kind of where this lies. Ultimate Masters, some really wild swings in there. It's a fun battle. It's a fun product to battle with. I enjoy it. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys at least enjoyed the video, and if you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much, everybody, and be well.